Doomsday Economists gone wild. Wild, I tell you. So I came across this tweet that said U.S. personal debt payments hit $500 billion. Let that sink in. And I saw another guy tweet it. And I'm not on Twitter. I just come across some tweets every now and again. U.S. personal debt payments hit $500 billion. Let that sink in. Then they'll show us this chart right here from the Fed. This is the federal from St. Louis economic data. And you can see right, and then they'll highlight this. Look at that. The economy's collapsing. Don't you see, Josh? $500 billion. That's in billions of dollars. Personal interest payments, $500 billion. Here is $280 billion. Here is $346 billion. $500 billion. Don't you get it? Here is $296. There's hardly anything negative here. So don't you see? And then, of course, we hit the old edit graph function. We log it, and we see that, oh, well, it's pretty same trajectory, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Right about, so if we kind of take this down, kind of like this, if we kind of go like this, so right back where we should be, actually. So remember, the log means 40, let's see, 100 to 20 is the same as 200 to 400, which would be the same as 400 to 800. If we unlog it, we can make it look very, very, very threatening. Again, I do this all the time because there's always people new here. I say, look, that does look scary. You're like, holy crap, we're all going bankrupt. You know, we're going from there to there. But look, 0 to 100, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. But 0 to 100, well, actually, I don't even know how you do 0 to 100. But 100 to 200 is, we'll just say that's an inch. That'd be the same as 200 to 400, which would be an inch, which would be the same as 400 to 800, and then 800 to 1600. And if you actually log it by percentages, which is what it should be, you can see right here that we're literally on the same, I mean, it's a trajectory going up, but I mean, look. I mean, so if we go to, let's go back here. We're going to get rid of the log. And we're going to show you here. We go from 1965, it was 10. All right, 10 billion in personal finance. 1970 is 14. So it went from 10 to, basically, we'll just say 15. So it went up by 50% from 1965 to 1970. All right. So then we're going to go here, and we're going to say, what did it go from 1970? Was that 15? Is that what we said? 15. Yeah, right there. 15. And then we're going to say 1975, it went from 15 to, what's that, June right there, to 21. So it went from some 1970 to 1965 to 1970, it went up by 50%. From that's 1974. From 1975, 70 to 1975, it went up by 15 to, we say 23.2 or something like that. So it went up by 8, divided by 20, by 15, it went up by 53%. You see? So again, from 1960, we're at basically at 10, to 1970, we're at 15. It went up by 50%. From 1970, it was at 15 to 23 or whatever, it was 22. All right? So now you can say, but yeah, but look, it went from 321 to 506. Well, we take 506 minus 321 divided by 321. That's up by 57%. It's not significant relative to all what it was even down here. Just not. 1974 is at 22. 1980, right there. December 1974 is at 22. December 1979 was at 38. So that'd be 16 divided by 22. It went up by 72% back then. And we got some, look at this. It went from 1994, 113 to 231. And what's that, 7 years? 113 to 2. So we go 113, present value, 231, future value. Was that 7 years? And 0 payment. That went up by 10% a year in the 90s. So the boom, boom 90s. 1980, let's see, Reagan was inaugurated in January of 1981, right there. It went from 44 by the time Reagan left in 1988, right there. It went from 44 to 109. 109 minus 44 divided by 44 is, that went up by 140, I mean, it went up by almost 200%. So, And so again, if you go from here to there, that's a 100% increase from right there. But that was during the chaos of freaking Corona, dude. People got a lot to be worried about. This ain't it, dude. I mean, this is just the same. I think there's a way to even do the trajectory. I wonder if they can. Let me see here. One sec. I didn't know how to do it. I'm sure there's a way to add the trend line, but look, this is the trend line here from 1958 all the way to there, 2000, and that's a Great Recession. I mean, it's just to the moon. We should be way up here if we follow the same trend line. And then we leveled off here because of Great Recession. A lot of people put them on their back. And then we got back kicking in. So this trend line is, I mean, look at this. It goes from right? I mean, we should be way up here relative to the trend line. Anyway, just, yes, $500 billion is the first time we ever broke $500 billion in personal interest payments. Okay, does that mean it's worse than what it was down here? No, it's all relative to your income, all relative to your net worth, your assets. And right now, the American population is still in a much better shape than they've ever been. It's just all this. That means you're voting for Bo Biden. Look, I can't stand Sniffy Joe. I'm not voting for the Democrats. I'm not evil. I just recognize that we're in a pretty good place, man. No, it must be nice. Yeah, not everybody's in a pretty good place, I grant you. Pablo isn't. He wants me to give him some loving. Come here. Pablo says, Dad, I'm here. I'm here. I want some attention, for heaven's sake. And there he is. All right. Love your thoughts. We'll see ya.